What's good, fellows, and welcome back to the Fusion Podcast, Episode 5. My name is DK. Alongside me is my guy, Hippo, a.k.a. Rado, a.k.a. whatever you want to call him in the building. How you doing tonight, bro?
What's good? Just chilling. How y'all doing?
And shoot, everything's good, man. And we got a special guest, something that me and Hippo are going to get started moving forward. But let's introduce this guy. I would consider possibly the GOAT, man. Six-time Hulk Hogan, I'm coming for you, J-Rod. What's good, bro?
Yo, you remember when you baited me into posting that GIF?
Oh, man, you know I baited you, man, and I knew you would take the bait, too.
Yeah, you got me. Yeah, but thanks for having me on. Glad to be here.
Good to have you on, man. Dang, six-time champ, man. Just how does it feel? I mean, back to back. Just quick, briefly, just talk about just how it felt, man. Just to win another one.
I mean, it felt good. I'm the first. Kylo still has a chance, but I'm the only one to win multiple Super Bowls back to back. Well, the last two cycles. And yeah, I'm kind of on his coattails in the Super Bowl win category.
So, Mr. Six-time. So, would you consider yourself the GOAT of MSR?
It's tough, in my opinion. I would, just because I've been here less.
I know.
But I want to know y'all's opinion. But I mean, I've been here less. I think if I don't miss the last season and the first season of last season, the last cycle, first season, this cycle, I think it could be tied or me even passing at this point. Really.
What you think, Hip?
I mean, it's close. I gotta give the respect. Got to give the respect to Mr. Six-time, but at the same time, you do got the likes of Kylo out there. You got the likes of. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, you got the likes of Kylo out there. You got the likes of Taco out there. Yeah.
I mean, that's the only. That's the only two.
That's it. And see, if you're going off of pure accolades, I'd definitely say that you're top two, in my opinion. If you're going off pure accolades, and then if you're talking.
I think you're talking about Kylo too.
I was gonna say because I'm not somebody that puts Taco up there just because of the timing of his titles. Sorry, Taco.
Facts.
Listen, but
Facts,
everything is early before the game gets out, or really before we get into the game. But I would say you're top two. And if you're talking like pure dominance, I would say he's J-Rod probably. Ooh, it's close. I say he's top two as well. I would say as far as pure dominance, top three, top two. The only other person that would put up there would probably be Kylo on both categories. So, yeah.
I mean, for me, you're definitely top two. I mean, it's you and Kylo at the top. I mean, no disrespect to Taco, he's number 3 for me, but definitely you two are the best. I will say this though, bro. You've dominated this cycle of Madden. You came in late, and I mean you pretty much dominated this cycle. I don't think Kylo has dominated like you have this cycle. Overall, it's tough, man. It's a 1A, 1B, but I'll just speak for this cycle, man. I feel like Kylo's game, either some people have caught up to him this cycle, or he possibly just is not just into it like, he wants to be into it. I don't know, man. I ain't making no excuse for Kylo. I mean, if he ain't number 1, he's number 2. I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing to be, but I really think you've been dominated. And if you win again this cycle, dude, I think that puts you number 1 all time for me.
He's on the Rushmore.
For sure.
He's already on the Rushmore, so.
Oh, yeah. I think it's a 3-man Rushmore. It shouldn't be a 4th. No one has solidified themselves to be on that level as you, Taco, and Kylo, in my opinion. All right, moving on to the next question. So, I mean, you ended up, I don't want to say booted. I don't want to say you had to leave. Just stuff just got misconstrued. I would say, man. And I've already DM'd you and apologized for that. I mean, me and you don't have the greatest record together, bro. So for man to man wise, I try to always come to you and be like, yeah, my bad if I feel like I'm wrong or whatever. But just talk about your journey back to MSR and did your mentality change at all, not being away from MSR, having to work your way back and grind it back up?
So we'll call it what it is. I was booted. I just think it was a long cycle. it was a good refresher. I came back with a better mindset. I've always been passionate about the league and wanted to make it or help it be the best league out there. So it was a long cycle. Things happened. Took a step back for 2 seasons and came back. And I feel like in that meantime, I was able to kind of see issues that were there and how to correct them. And I feel like I've came back and just been a solid contributor.
Real quick, Hippo, just reflect on, because you've have gone and come back. Just reflect on because like I feel like I can agree with him with saying it's just you just get a breath of fresh air and a refresher. And I mean, it's not for everybody, you know, but just kind of quickly talk about like how you felt and your mentality.
Shoot, I mean, the times I left it's different. I think everything personal half time. So me, when I was out, I was mad more so than glad to have a break. But at the same time, it is a nice breath of fresh air when things are when you have to step away and get to kind of reevaluate and just think about what's important in a sense. You get to just take a step back and look at everything in totality. Like, okay, this is where I can improve. This is where I screwed up at X, Y, Z. So, I mean, I think it's a win-win. It's a win-lose situation. But if you have the right mindset going into it, it definitely can help you more than it hurts.
All right, moving into the next question. How do you prepare on a weekly basis when it comes to your opponent? Do you change your game plan for particular opponents, or do you just go out there and just do what you know how to do?
So on a game-to-game basis, I pretty much just play the game. Before the game, I think I typically will look at the abilities, see what the opponent has, what to prepare for. In the playoffs, I will kind of look at their regular season stats and look at what weapons they're going to an offense, what guys on defense are contributing the most. And actually, before the Super Bowl against Hop, I went through and watched. I haven't done this in a long time, but I went through and watched all of his playoff games to kind of look at some different formations and what he's trying to get. That's why on the very last play of the game, I knew what play he wanted to run, and I think I took maybe his first and second read away, and that kind of got him off.
I mean, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, I can't front and act like I haven't went back and watched some quote unquote film, some Madden film. I mean, that just shows your competitive nature, bro. I mean, it's obvious that you wanted to win. I mean, if I was in your position, I would want to set myself on a different pedestal than anybody else in the league. I mean, we're all, men. We all want to compete and be the best. I mean, it's keeping it 100.
That's a fact.
Moving on to the next question. What is the best and worst move you've made all cycle?
So this one's really hard. I think Allen was my very first move, Josh Allen, trading for him. That was my very first move.
What did you trade for Josh Allen? Because I was working on that trade before I left.
Were you really?
Yeah, I was working on trying to make a trade with, we didn't communicate quite yet, but I was definitely about to hit him up about it. So when you actually had got him, I was like, we were thinking the same thing.
We'll see.
Yeah, everybody in this chat was looking for him.
I had a solid deal for him. The trade committee, they won't let me get away with nothing.
So, don't you even say that word is forbidden in my podcast moving forward. No trade committee talk. No trade committee talk. Okay. No, none of that. None of that. All right, back to what you were saying.
So I think I traded like a really good star, high overall offensive lineman, and I think the original trade was like a third or something, and then they ended up making me bump it up to a first. And that was at the time when quarterbacks didn't matter, so I thought that was crazy. But
and it was a time when the time mattered.
When what?
Let me be quiet.
You're breaking it out, bro.
No, I was saying that was at the time when people thought offensive line mattered as well. So, like, I still remember looking at that trade like this is straight theft on J-Rod's part. But as I always say, I'm always constantly getting outvoted. So ain't nobody want to hear what I got to say in the trade committee.
Yeah, we need moving forward. If we do have a trade committee, y'all need to listen to Hippo a little bit more. But let me stop.
I heard he declines like 90-80% of trades. Nobody wants that.
Man,
hey, I decline them all, but at least the ones that make sense go through.
Well,
Another thing that helped with that trade, it was in the season. That's when I joined, so I didn't really have like competition to trade for him because I know Ura, he really wanted him and he couldn't do it. So that helped out a whole lot.
It was me, you, and Ura were the three that were trying to get Allen. And had I had a trade to go the previous the previous season. No, it would have been during. Yeah, we were thinking about it at the same time. So had I had a trade to go that in the season, he would have been mine, 100%.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy how that works out too with the trades and how everybody's going for the same players and stuff like that, and how we're all competing to get there first, and it's crazy.
T Wayne really should have. He should have franchise tagged them and then send them to them where you have more suitors and you can kind of get guys outbidding each other. That's what he should have done.
Right.
Oh, and I didn't answer. So Allen's probably my biggest one, but I didn't win my first Super Bowl until I got Woozy from Dallas. I didn't really have the owner before me. I don't know his name, but he traded away all my defense.
That would be me. That would be me.
I know. So I had to rebuild the defense up, and
hey, but you know what? You know what? Real talk though.
What?
At least I devved up that right guard you traded Mutai or whatever. I devved the crap out of him up. I know who it is. Now that you're talking about a star offensive lineman, so I did kind of help you get Josh Allen. So I think I should get some credit for that.
Hey, you need to help me understand why you traded for Scotty Miller when you had a clone in what's his name? There was like a clone. They were like identical, but you traded for Scotty Miller.
Bro, I was messing around with some 5 wide stuff right before I left the league, bro.
It.
That's exactly what I was doing on everything. Some 5 wide stuff. I was gonna go full 5 wide so I can dev up Drew Lock to try to get him to X Factor, bro. That was because I couldn't get another quarterback. So I was just trying to do it the hard way.
Hey, Caruthers was a beast, though. I love that pick.
Yeah, he was. The middle linebacker, you guys, a beast as well.
Yeah, Green.
Yeah. I mean, I did some things, man. I just had some other things in mind. But let's go ahead and move forward because I don't want to run out of time. You got a big game, just so everybody knows. Well, it doesn't matter if everybody knows Showdown because it's probably going to come on after Showdown. Moving over to the next question. How does playing Hop help and hinder you when it comes to regular season and playoff matchups? And just so you guys know, all the nice put together questions are definitely Hippo, not me. His educated behind. So just want to put that out there. If it sounds good, then it's him. If it sounds like somebody just did that on the fly, of course it was me.
So me and Hop, we really don't play much. We'll play at the start of the cycle quite a bit, or at the start of the game release quite a bit. But after that, it's pretty much league games. We do watch each other a lot, though, in our league games, so I think we get some familiarity from that. But other than that, we really don't play that much. I don't play much outside of league games, really.
All right. Toughest MSR opponent and why throughout your tenure? Not just this. Give me one for this cycle and give me one throughout your whole MSR tenure. How about that?
So this cycle would definitely be Hop. Me and Taco have played a lot, though. We played every playoffs until this last one. So I think it's between Hop and Taco. I think if we can get Champ Division for Madden 22 going, I think that'll show a lot. I'd be interested to see who gives me the most difficult time then. Kind of a low-key name that people wouldn't think would be Joey. Last year,
bringing him back into the fold.
Yeah. But his game style, especially with that Madden 20 game, that strong run game and that tough defense, he gave me a lot of difficult games. He was probably harder than any division opponent I've had this cycle.
Hip, same question to you.
This cycle hardest. I would have to say Hop. I definitely say Hop for the sole reason that every time we get, like, as y'all saw in the playoffs, and then I don't know if y'all watched the regular season, but I don't like the games that are blowouts. I don't even consider difficult games because at the end of the day, like, it wasn't even a challenge per se, like for me to beat the person or for that person to beat me because there was no chance. I really consider the difficult games the ones where it's neck and neck, and you're trying to chess match each other out. And this cycle, out of the out of the games where I could say I've repeated like the opponent, Hop it's always been chess matches. It's always been chess match, and he just finds a way to make one play or two that gives him the edge, and it's agonizing. It's really irritating. But I would say over like my entire MSR career would definitely be Kylo. Kylo and I, for some reason, play every single preseason, every single cycle. Like we have matched up. We have matched up in the preseason, then we play each other enough in the regular season to where, like, I think last cycle, he had in our 4 games, if I remember correctly, he had 7 incomplete passes in our 4 games, and that just like y'all have no idea the amount of frustration. I could be playing perfect, but somebody goes 40 for 47 in across 4 games. It's just like you can't beat that. That's just surgery on his part. So it's really irritating to play against.
Favorite moment of this cycle so far, J Rock?
Well, personal moment would be winning the back-to-back multiple Super Bowls. I always want to win more than one Super Bowl in a cycle, so that's my personal moment. Other than that, the moment of the cycle would have to be that pink slip game night. That night was just wild. That day was wild.
The lead up to that was wild.
Yeah.
That was just a wild week, bro. I've never seen anything like it in the match. Bro, I told one of my homies today that came by today about that. That's how crazy that was, and he just busted out laughing. He's like, I've never heard no shit like that in my entire life. It's crazy how that works out, man. All right, here's a question for you. I like this question. J-Rod, we in Vegas, you know. We looking at, you know, the odds. We ready to put some money down, all right? So, should the odds be in your favor for season 30 and the final season to do a three-peat? Would this be the first three-peat ever?
I wouldn't know. There hadn't been any.
Maybe Taco has done it. He's done a lot of crazy things.
It'd definitely be the first. That's the first.
All right, so the first three-peat. Should the odds be in your favor?
Almost did, right?
Nope.
No. He just won back-to-back at the end of the cycle.
But then he was in season 1. It's a different game, but season 1 of this cycle.
He didn't
win.
Lose season 1. Yeah, he lost.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he lost to Taco.
Taco.
Yeah, he lost to Taco.
Okay, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yep. And J-Rod not winning 3 in a row because I'm winning this season. So yeah.
Of course you are. I think you're going 19-0 probably.
Probably at least.
That means I'm going. That means I'm going to 0-16. Then appreciate it.
But yeah, I don't see how they wouldn't be. I don't see how it wouldn't be favored. Winning back to back. What I would say is that the odds are low of a three-peat since nobody's been able to do it. And I've sweated out a couple playoff games. The game versus King that could have easily went the other way, and then the game versus Hop if he's able to put together a drive at the end there. So there should definitely be in my favor. We did sign a big free agent, DeMarcus Lawrence, ready to get him on the defensive line, see what he does. No splashy trades this offseason, though, so that's a little uncharacteristic, but it really wasn't needed. This team's solid. Yeah,
it really is. Last question, bro, and I'll let you go ahead and get prepared for your game tonight. Champions Division next cycle, bro? Or you going to finally take your Colts? You've never had your Colts. What's up?
So, 100% Champs Division, but if the Colts trade for Julio Jones, I don't know.
Heard.
That might sway me.
That's not happening.
So the Champions Division.
I don't think it's gonna happen either.
So the Champions Division is you, Hop, Taco, and Kylo, correct?
Correct.
So where y'all? Give me y'all's top 2 divisions y'all have been talking about.
Well, I think
you're gonna scare a lot of people. You're gonna scare a lot of people, J-Rod. Tell you now.
So there's pretty much 4 divisions right now.
Okay, so tell me the 4. Tell me the 4.
Yes.
All right, so I know one is the NFC East.
Okay.
One's gonna be the NFC West.
Okay.
AFC East.
AFC East.
Yeah.
And probably the AFC South.
Yeah.
No,
AFC North or West.
So the South, the Texans just absolutely kill it.
Kill it for everybody.
Like a balanced division. we can't be giving Taco or Kylo an out for whenever they struggle. So we got to have a balanced division. So it's really both East and West as of right now, and unless some other team crazy pops up. But yeah, East and West in both conferences. I mean,
Man, all
so
right.
it's kind of down to those four at the moment.
I want to be in y'all's division so bad.
I want to be in their opposite conference so bad. It's crazy.
Nah, man, I want that smoke, bro. I would never won that Super Bowl last cycle if it wasn't for the NFC beat. I mean, yeah, the NFC beats, bro. I would never won.
Hey, good for you.
Like Kylo beat me every game but 2 that whole cycle last cycle, bro. He beat me every game but 2. That was rough, bro. He made me better.
And that motivated you, didn't it?
It motivated for me to beat him, so I had to get better. So shoot, once I finally beat him, I finally pulled through. I hope he pulled through, Hip, bro. I'm rooting for you, bro. It's a great feeling. But anyways, man, that's gonna do it. We're gonna let your boy J-Rod get ready for his game, man. And just moving forward, me and Hippo would just like to bring all our Super Bowl winners on and just kind of talk about the journey and, you know, things that they've done in the past, present, and the future. Madden 22 on the rise, man, for DK, Hippo, and J-Rod, the 6-time champ, back-to-back champ, looking for his 3rd championship. We'll catch y'all boys later. Peace.
Deuce.